Prom season is here and I am so excited. This is the look that I came up with for today's video. Very sparkly, ethereal, great for any prom dress. And best of all, I'm using all drugstore products. My favorite drugstore products, high-end quality drugstore products, because I like it like that. I am all about quality. If it's your first time seeing me, then hey, I'm Maryam. I hope you enjoy your stay and I hope you choose to subscribe to my channel. And if you've seen me before, then welcome back. And without further ado, let's get to this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Maybelline Master Prime Primer. It looks just like a moisturizer. It feels just like a moisturizer, but it refines the pores and makes your makeup last a little bit longer. Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation and my favorite foundation brush, the IT Cosmetics brush. I didn't even know about this foundation, you guys. I wasn't even excited about it when it first came out because I love my matte and poreless so much. How can this one be better than the matte and poreless? Then one day I started getting a lot of comments here in my comment section that I should use it in a drugstore tutorial, and here we are today. Now I'm obsessed with this foundation. It's so good. I think I even love it more than the matte and poreless. This is a long-lasting foundation, so it's perfect for prom or for any event where you'll be dancing, sweating, taking pictures. My shade is 220 Natural Beige. I also have 128 Warm Nude. They look pretty similar. This is the 220 Natural Beige, and this is the 128. I'm going to use a little bit of the 128 Warm Nude just in the center of my face to sort of naturally highlight. But it's pretty much the same undertone. So if you're yellow or olive or golden, I would say these two are a good bet for you if you're in the medium skin tone category. Next, I'm going to want to contour. I'm going to use this PIXI MultiBalm stick. It's a longtime favorite of mine. And although you can find PIXI in Target, I don't really consider it a drugstore brand. It's a little bit of a, what's the word they like to use? Prosumer. It's not exactly drugstore and it's not exactly luxury. It's somewhere in between. I don't know the word. It's at the tip of the tongue, but I can't get it. Maybe I'll remember by the end of the video. I'm gonna blend out this contour, same brush, blend it into the hairline. I always like to give dimension whenever I'm using a matte foundation like this one. And notice how I'm blending out this contour. I'm just sort of sweeping it up very lightly on the nose. I don't like a super contoured nose on my nose because my nose is already very, very pointy. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know a good lip contour is my thing. It's my jam. It's just my thing. So what I like to do for that is basically outline my entire mouth and then sort of blend out this line upwards, away from the mouth. And trust me, when you do this, this really helps your mouth stand out. Even when you've eaten off or drank off your lipstick or your gloss, you will still have that shadow around your mouth, so it'll make it pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go fairly quickly for the under eye. I'm going to use this NYX Dark Circle Concealer. Used it in my previous video. Then I'm going to take Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. And I'm just going to do this wherever I need a little bit of light and bright, stippling it in just to blend with the rest of the foundation. I'm going to use Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder, this one. Do you see that powder? Oh my god, I am a mess. This powder is getting all over my table. I'm going to use it to set the under eye. Why does it look so insane? Oh my god. I swear to you, it doesn't look like that in my mirror. They're not lying. This powder is a loose woman. I know, I get it, I'm with you. But this is what's gonna help your makeup last all night. Through the prom and into the after hours. Just don't drink and don't drive, okay? Unless you're driving and not drinking. That's fine, you could do that. So I just did my brows. I'm practicing a new feathery sort of brow technique. Let me know if you want a tutorial on that because my brow routine has really changed since the last time that I did a video. And this is sort of the look that I'm going for now, a little bit more natural, a little bit more feathery. Not to be confused with feather brows because those shits are ugly. And I'm sorry, I usually don't curse on my YouTube channel, but that trend needs to be called for what it is. It is shitty. I'm gonna beat off this Dust Bunny powder and you can immediately tell how matte and how bright my skin looks right now. I am going to pull out this product. That is an oldie, but a goodie. NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I'm also going to use my PIXI Strobe and Sculpt brush. I'm going to pick up this shade here, and I'm going to start bronzing up that forehead. Basically, I'm applying it to the same areas that I contoured, but I'm bringing it in closer to the forehead. This palette is so good. I certainly hope they still sell it. I think it was like $20, maybe $25 tops, and it has 8 shades. I'm gonna also go for a slightly deeper contour. So I'm gonna pick up this cooler shade here, and I'm just gonna add it to the hollows. Sometimes helps to make this really dumb looking face, like, and then you can really see the hollows of your face. Oh, I really want to get to the blush and the highlight, but that always comes last for me. So I'm going to go in my usual order. I'm going to move right along to the eye part, which is very, very exciting because I am going to be using Flower Beauty palettes today. If you've been following me for a while, then you know why I love these. I rave about these all the time because although these are drugstore products, they are super luxe and they feel extremely, extremely high-end. I've already done a look with the gold palette for my back-to-school drugstore tutorial a few months ago. I will link it up here so you guys can check it out. I think today I want to go for this super rosy one. Man, although this smoky one is looking hot too. Rose gold looks great with gold. It looks great with silver. You could really customize it to your liking, to your dress, whatever dress you're wearing. And yeah, I'm going to go for this. Man, this palette even comes with a decent brush. I'm going to pick up this shade. I'm going to apply it to the transition part. So right above my crease, kind of meeting with my nose contour and just buffing it out towards the tail end of my brow. I always use the same brush for the bottom lash line, but I realized that the reason why I find it comfortable is because my bottom lid is like completely flat. So there's really no crevices to get into. If your eyes are different from mine, then feel free to use a smaller brush. So then I'm going to go with a slightly pointier brush, pick up this shade. This one looks like a plummy, grayish, neutral sort of tone, matte. So it's going to be perfect for the crease. I'm applying this, again, a little bit higher than my crease just because my crease is really almost non-existent. It's small and it's pretty flat. So I want to give myself more definition. That way my eyes will be popping. Now you all know I'm not going to prom. I actually didn't go to my prom when I was in high school, but I wish I did. It would have been a great time. That doesn't mean that I can't make this look work and wear it out on a Friday night. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade, even though it's sparkly. I think the base is matte. So I am going to use it to add more depth and dimension to this outer corner. I like to put my finger here sometimes to catch the fallout. And because this one is sparkly, there's going to be just a little bit of fallout with this one. If you're a makeup newbie and you're really worried about fallout, just do your eyes first and then do your face. For me, it's just a preference. I like to see how the eyes will look like on a finished canvas. At this point, I'm going to pick up this shade here, pinkish, bluish, opalescent sort of shade. I'm going to highlight my brow bone and sweep it far past my brow, almost to meet with my future highlight. And then I'm going to add the same shade to the inner corner. So now for the super fun part, we're going to cut that crease. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this Age Rewind concealer on a flat little brush. I'm going to start from the center. I'm going to determine where my cut will be. And then I'm going to sort of drag it down like that. You can see me using this technique in some of my other videos, the Kristen Dominique Latte Palette, and also the Kristen Leanne and her Urban Decay collab video. The only part that's going to be precise is the very top, so I'm going to blend it out with my finger. You can make your crease much bigger if you'd like, but I like to keep it sort of contained for this look. You'll see why. So now I've cleaned off this brush. I'm going to go in and pick up this really pretty shade. It's like a bronzy, rose gold sort of shadow. Exactly what I was going for. And I'm going to start packing it on to the center of the lid, meeting with that border, covering up this whole area that I just concealed and carved out. If you have flatter lids, you will probably fall in love with this technique because it's so easy to do on flatter eyes. If you have more sunken eyes or larger lids, it becomes just a little bit more tricky, but you can do it as well. Then I'm going to pick up this pretty shade, and I'm just going to complete this eye here. Even with shimmers, I still want dimension. If you feel like you've lost that cut crease a little bit, or if the contrast has gone down, feel free to take a smaller brush. In this instance, I'm using an eyebrow brush, and I'm just bringing back that plummy matte shadow right above the cut crease. And I'm also cleaning up that line just to keep it nice and crisp and sharp. But wait, we need to jazz it up. I'm not done here. This is not the final look. This is way far from the final look. We need glitter because it's prom and we need to be shining. We need to be standing out of the crowd and our eyes need to be popping out. So today I am going to be using some of my favorite products from Pop Beauty. These gorgeous glitter shadows. Today I want to go for this rose gold. It's called Naked Glitz. So nice. Oh, it is just so pretty. This is just a micro fine glitter eyeshadow. And when I tell you that I completely stopped using loose glitters, I'm not even kidding. These are just so much easier to use. I believe Stila Magnificent Metals was the first glitter eyeshadow, and then PIXI came out with one, and now Pop has one, and they are just the best. I also always like to apply it right here on the very center of the lower lash line. Now, usually I don't do this, but this look is calling for a wing liner. I'm gonna use my Shwing Liner from the BALM Cosmetics. And I will say, because this one is more affordable, I have been finding that I'm using this one a little bit more often than the Lancome Grandiose. I absolutely hate applying liquid liner over glitter. It sucks, it's a terrible thing, but sometimes it has to be done. I just applied mascara. I used L'Oreal Voluminous, one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. And then I realized if you're going to prom, you're probably gonna get emotional, at least I think you would, so you might wanna go for a waterproof formula. I'm pretty sure that this particular mascara has a waterproof version, so go for that. And one thing that I think is super necessary for prom or for any special event is lashes. I'm just gonna say it, lashes. If you don't typically wear lashes, false lashes that is, on the regular, this is the type of occasion where you might want to start. Today I'm gonna be using the Eylure number 126 definition lashes. These are my absolute favorites from Eylure. What I usually like to do is cut off about this much. Apply my Duo Lash Adhesive, the dark tone. Then I like to just let it sit around, get a little bit tacky. I put on my lipstick. I do different things. Matter of fact, let me put on my lip liner. Flower Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude. Now I'm gonna grab my lash at the center. I'm gonna look down at the mirror and I'm gonna place it to the very center of my lash line. Then once I do that, I'm gonna tuck in the inner corner, making sure that it sticks. And I'm gonna stick that outer corner. As the glue is drying, I'm just gonna be pinching my real lashes with the falsies. For the blush, I'm going to be using this Milani Tea Rose blush, shaped like a rose. If you feel like you've applied too much blush, because that does happen sometimes, you can just take your powder brush and powder right on top of it. And then for the highlighter, Maybelline Molten Rose Gold, Master Chrome. One of my faves. Woo! I'm going to highlight Cupid's bow too. I was going to go for something else, but I actually really like the way that this lip liner looks on my lips as an all-over product. So I'm just gonna use PIXI X Chloe Morello Lip Icing. This one is so pretty and so perfect for prom. It's just very, very sparkly without being overbearing. You ready to see me in my prom dress? Here is the final look. I am looking mighty fine. This is very me, very glowy, very shimmery, very ethereal with just a little dash, little Salt Bae of J-Lo with the baby hairs. I am feeling this look, you guys. So I hope you are too. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you get to wear it this prom season, or if you're not going to prom, I hope you get to wear it to ladies' night or to a date. That's what I'm about to do right now. I need an OOTD of this. I'm looking cute. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.